what's happening across the state of Tennessee on traffic cameras, it's not uniform at all. One community will do it totally different than another community. And we need to make it more of a uniform process, in my opinion. That's what we're looking to do. In other words, you'll have speed cameras in one area, you'll have cameras at red lights in another area. It's just not uniform, and it's very inconsistent. And I think the citizens of Tennessee want it to be consistent, and that's one of the things we will be looking at. They've done it in other states. Actually, during our study committee, we brought a state representative from Florida. They passed legislation, and they put a uniform policy across the board where each community will fall in that uniform standard. One example is many folks are concerned about the vendors, and they get paid on a per ticket basis. One of the things I'm looking at is doing it more on a annual basis or a fee basis per month, not on a per ticket basis where it's an incentive for companies to work it where you can get more tickets. And that's some of the things we're looking at. I'm open for suggestions on that when we start moving the legislation. I know already there's been several bills filed dealing with traffic cameras.
Now, do those, so I think some people probably want to see an outright ban.
They do.
What is the likelihood of that?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I know there's some folks out there would like to totally ban them. And when you get involved in totally banning them, it sounds good, and then they go back home to their local communities and they start talking to their local city councils and mayors, and they said, you know, they start explaining the procedure to them, and they come back, and a lot of them change their mind. So they talk about banning them, and then they've come back. So I think we're pretty much uniform now across the board between most of the representatives and senators about coming up with a process to make this a fair, uniform process across the board. There's still a few folks out there that like to ban them, particularly the speed cameras, and that's the one I get more complaints on than anything, and I'm going to look at that one.